So in our correlation between exam 1 and the final exam, we found that exam 1 scores were significantly correlated with final exam scores. And that also exam 2 scores were correlated with both exam 1 and final exam scores. So you could imagine that the reason that exam 2 is correlated with exam 1 and the final is simply that a person who does well in one exam you're just identifying students who do well on the course, and so if you know how they did in exam 1, that tells you something about both exam 2 and the final. But we might want to know, if we're trying to make accurate predictions about the final exam scores, we know that exam 1 is correlated with the final, and so is that enough information? If we want to make an accurate prediction, can we just use exam 1 to make a prediction about the final and ignore exam 2? Another way of asking that is, does exam 2 tell us anything about final exam performance that we didn't already know if we knew exam 1? To answer that question, we can look at the correlation between exam 2 and the final if we remove the correlation of exam 1 with both of these variables. To do that, we'll use a partial correlation by simply going back down to correlate. Sorry, past there. And it's actually just under bivariate. So partial correlation. For this, what you need to remember is that you want to take the variables you want to correlate. So we want to know, is exam 2 correlated with final exam performance? And we want to remove the correlations with exam 1. Another way to think of this is there a relationship between final exam performance and exam 2 performance when exam 1 doesn't change, or when it's held constant? So the main important thing is to just get your variables into the correct locations. So we're looking at the relationship between exam 2 and the final. What's that correlation if you take away exam 1 performance or hold it constant? If you do that, what you'll find is our correlation drops from exam 2 at the final was 0.777, highly significant. And it drops once we remove the exam 1 contributions down to 0.597. Still positive, still relatively large, and still significant. The p-value for this correlation is 0.011, which is under our typical alpha, 0.05. So what this would tell us is that exam 2 performance is correlated with the final exam performance, and it tells us something that we didn't know just by looking at exam 1. And so if we were trying to make a prediction about the final exam performance, using exam, we wouldn't want to ignore exam 2 if we were using exam 1.